Hey guys, it's Letter Magic here, and it seems like we just had one of these, but, well, I guess it's time for another MTG Arena State of the Game. This one's for July 2020, and these are usually pretty awesome, because they show you the future, some new stuff coming up, new events, new updates, everything. One of my favorite things to cover. So the big one is Jumpstart, because we're getting that tomorrow, so obviously they covered that first. They actually embedded the promotional video made by, I don't know, some Australian lady that I guess somebody knows. You know, the one where she makes borderline misstatements about Jumpstart. And then I repeat what she said, and then people correct me and say that I'm wrong. Thanks. I appreciate it. So they give a bunch of marketing fluff and then say, playing Jumpstart on MTG Arena is as simple as join, pick, play. So you join the event. They finally showed a screenshot. It's going to be 400 gems or 2,000 coins. And of course you open 2 packs, making it, 1,000 gold per pack. And you can join the event, open the boosters, and then immediately, without even playing a game, drop out of the event. So everyone complaining about, oh, I can't directly buy the Jumpstart boosters. How dumb are you? So the next section is pick. This is where some massively misleading information was given out, so I'm going to correct it now. After joining the event, you'll get to pick your themes in a 2-step process. First, you'll be shown 3 possible themes. By themes, they mean packs. Like, I assume these are almost the same as the paper ones. They have swapped out 20 cards, is my understanding. But yeah, really, these aren't themes, they're packs. I mean, the packs have themes, cool, but it'll be not completely blind, but not completely random, unlike the incredibly vague and borderline misleading statement they made in the video. So after you pick the first one, you'll be shown, as they put it, 3 new-ish ones, and you pick again. So I guess you probably can't pick the same theme twice, but one of the ones you didn't pick, I guess, might show up in the second pool. I can't imagine what else they mean, but they're being, needlessly vague again and not, laying out the specifics. Now, they did confirm that each theme, aka booster, will have different variations that you could pull, so it's going to be very, very close to the actual paper ones. So, like I said, this starts tomorrow. It runs for a month. It's play as much as you like unless you wish to re-enter. And the first win reward you get is 1 Jumpstart Rare ICR, or individual card reward, so it's a guaranteed rare, I guess, or mythic. That's usually when they say rare, they mean that. And then the second win is the same thing. So I'll definitely be checking that out. Might even do it on live stream, so watch for that. I'm purposely sitting on about 4,000 coins, so should be able to enter it twice and grab some cards. Next up, they're having another Arena Open, aka the big cash tournament where you could win $1,000 to $2,000. You won't, though. I heard that somewhere floating around there was an official winners list, because like in some countries I guess you legally had to disclose it. I sure as hell couldn't find it. But I heard rumors that it was very small. Now, we don't know how many people entered, but I mean, if you think about what you have to do to end up in the money, and like how many losses you're allowed to get the whole way, yeah, it's going to be a tiny handful of people. This time around, I don't think I'll even bother. I honestly think that my current absolutely unbeatable historic deck will probably get run over by, well, it will definitely get run over by any kind of fast deck. Fast decks are a stupid cheap gimmick, but enough people are playing them that I assume they have some chance of winning, which means I will run into it at some point, which means I can't sweep the tournament. And if I can't sweep the tournament, I'm not going to bother. The entries are just too damn expensive. Now that said, it's August 1st, I could just save up the coins and not pay any gems. I think it had a coin entry. I think it was 10 or 20,000, right? I don't know, whatever. They wanted to remind everybody you must be 18 years old or older to participate. Regional eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited, obviously. Sometimes it's at the city, county, or state level, by the way, or country. Receiving monetary rewards requires having or creating a Wizards DCI and iPayout accounts. They're sticking to that when they already deleted the entire DCI program, really. Somebody should really revise that. And the fourth one is refer to the official terms and conditions for complete details. I thought that's why I was reading this, Wizards. So in other words, they're going to let you enter just on the honor system, whatever, cool, no verification, because they're using a third party to do the payouts. But they might try to kind of screw you out of the money after you've already won. Oh, you live in insert name of place where it's illegal to do cash prizes even for skill-based tournaments? Oh, we're not going to pay you. Oh, well. Also, people were pissed last time that they qualified for day 2 and didn't read like the one sentence buried in some article somewhere that said you must show up between the hours of blah and blah Pacific time to register for day 2. They thought, well, I made my way to day 2. I got a day 2 token. I'm registered. Like I have the token. No, you gotta do something. I'm still not clear what, but you have to do something during a very specific time period on the second day. So they were just like handing out refunds, which is like what, 2,000 gems? When you could have won $1,000 to $2,000. Oh, I bet people were perfectly happy with that. So if you make it to day 2 in this terrible tournament that I don't recommend you participate in, make sure that you read how to register for day 2. Also, it was kind of its own thing last time, but it looks like they're making a change here. And listen up, because this is pretty big if you're into competitive Magic, which, I mean, I'd say you shouldn't be, but then again, there's no paper tournaments, so nobody can cheat, so they claim they announced this yesterday. I think somebody linked me to it on a Discord. It was on some obscure website that nobody reads or knew to go look at, as usual. You know, God forbid they put it in the crawl on Arena or on Daily MTG, the two places that people actually look. But yeah, about the whole 2020 through 2021 Magic esports season, any player who earns 5 or more match wins on day 2 of this Arena Open will also be eligible to participate in the next qualifier weekend. Full details are available at magic.gg, which is their esports website, kind of, I guess. So this is the first event to do this. I think it is kind of cool to have just any random person playing in their, living room or whatever can have a direct path to, competitive esports without having to travel. That's kind of cool. So this will specifically be qualifying for the Zendikar Rising qualifier weekend. I still don't know how you participate in that or even what platform it's on, so that would be nice to know, but it's probably on that website I refuse to click on or read. It really goes to show what I think of the competitive Magic scene. You can tell I cover it all the time. Oh, I may have misspoke slightly before, because I think that qualifier weekend thing was if you were in the top 1200 ranked in the Mythic League. On Arena, I believe there was like MTGO and paper tournament ways to qualify for it as well, so it was a little narrow. Now I think they're moving to 100% Arena. So I guess technically any random person, if they tried hard enough and got to high Mythic, could qualify for the qualifier before, but now you can do it with just this one tournament as well. So not my scene, but still kind of neat, I guess. Looks like they kept the prize structure the same as far as I know. Day 1, it's 7 wins or 3 losses, whatever comes first. I thought it was 8, but I guess it's 7, so that's cool. Sounds doable, but it is historic. You're going to need a lot of luck. There is no deck that has that high of an advantage where you can say I can consistently win 7 before 3. I mean, technically that adds up to 9 because you have to get to 7 or 3, so it's 7 and 2 or 6 and 3. It's 9 either way. Will my deck win 7 out of 9? It's close. I might reconsider. I might tighten it up a little and actually give a crap because I could use the money. But the chances of winning this are so ridiculous. So the entry fee is 20,000 gold or 4,000 gems. Cool. I was close when I guessed at it before. Helps to read ahead. Anyway, 0 to 2 wins, you get nothing. Absolutely nothing. You get Wonka levels of nothing. Good day, sir. 3 wins, you get 400 gems back out of your 4,000. If you get 4 wins, you get 800 gems. If you get 5 wins, it's 1,200. If you get 6 wins, it's 1,600. If you get 7, you get 2,000 gems, which is half your entry, and qualification for day 2. Day 2, signups end at August 2nd. At 10 a.m. Pacific time. You will have until the event ends to complete your matches, but you must join during this 2-hour window. What is the 2-hour window? They didn't say. They just say it ends at 10 o'clock. So I assume the 2-hour window is from 8 to 10 Pacific time, but, they aren't going to spell it out for you. They got to add a little mystery just to, piss people off and make them show up at the wrong time. It wouldn't be a Wizards tournament if they didn't confuse people about what time to show up, paper or digital. So you only have until 6 p.m. and the registration stops at 10 a.m. So you have 8 hours to get in best of 3 7 rounds. Boy, that's tight. That is tight. You better not be playing against some slow decks, some control-a-thon decks, or you're going to be in trouble. I mean, best of 3, 7 rounds, 30 minutes apiece. You've already hit the time limit. You lose. What a poorly run event. Oh my gosh. So anyway, the day 2 prizes are, if you get 0 wins on day 2, you get no reward. If you get 1 single win, you get the rest of your entry back, which is 2,000 gems, because remember you got 2,000 on day 1. Then 2 wins, 4,000 gems. 3 wins, 6,000 gems. I mean, they ain't playing with these gems on day 2. 4 wins, 10,000 gems. 5 wins, you get 20,000 gems, and of course the Zendikar Rising qualifier weekend eligibility. And then 6 wins, you get $1,000 and the qualifier. And then 7 wins, you get $2,000 and the qualifier. And no gems. Wait. You get 5 wins, you get 20,000 gems. But if you get 6 wins, you only get $1,000 US. And it takes $100 US to buy 20,000 gems. Is it just me? Like, am I being rude here to say maybe they should throw you some gems for getting 6 or 7 wins, considering you get $100 worth of gems for 5th place and maybe you have other plans for that money? I mean, in theory, you invested 4,000 gems to enter, hopefully, once. So you only really need to drop, like, what, $20 to replace that? So moving on from the cash tournament, we've got F&M at home. They titled this section Historic All Access. Oh boy. So on Friday, July 24th, 1 week before the Arena Open, we'll be hosting a special F&M at home event where players can build decks and play games using every card available in Historic. Oh yeah, that's what they meant by All Access. They've done one of these before. I didn't participate because, I don't know, I just already had the decks and wanted to run my own decks. Like, I'm not going to take a narrow time window of 1 day and build a new deck and then never be able to play it again. That's kind of dumb. Plus, I have over 500 wild cards. In fact, it is kind of a scam because it says, oh, any deck you create will be saved to your deck library to make it easier to craft and play with once the event ends. So in other words, if you fall in love with your deck and win a bunch, drop some wild cards, you cheap ass. You get a 24-hour free trial of the deck, and then you gotta buy it. And then the next section just says, Premier Draft, Dominaria. Really? Yes, we're mixing the time streams a bit on this one. Ha 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 ha. But you know what? It's a fan favorite format. Yeah, I remember Dominaria being really, really good for draft. And I had heard, I haven't tried it yet, that M21 is the worst drafting set that people have ever seen in their lives. Can't confirm, I've just heard that. So 1,500 gems, a token, or 10,000 coins, and you're in. With the premier ones, you get these crazy, like anything past, 3 wins, you get like absurdly high prizes and very, very low, close to nothing for if you don't clear, 3 and 3? I don't know, honestly, looking at the screenshot, it looks a little different than that. They might have changed something, but whatever. So Premier Draft is the new thing that costs double. It wasn't real popular, except that it's very high stakes, and if you win a bunch, you win a mountain of gems and packs and stuff. So I kind of like the high risk, high reward. It's cool, but I generally just don't like draft. I never was very good at it, but I'm getting way better. But yeah, getting no relevant mythics and no relevant rares, and then just having to try and cruise on the same commons and uncommons as everybody else who pulled those colors, and then losing to anybody who pulled like one mythic. That gets really old when you land at 2 and 3. So this will be from July 31st until August 14th. So 2 full weeks we'll have the Dominaria draft. And Throne of Eldraine drafts will be from July 24th until July 31st. Premier only, I think. I believe the other term for the one that's only 5,000 coins, or I think 7,500 gems to enter, is Quick Draft. And that's the one where you draft against the AI. And the prizes are very predictable and linear. Then they talk about the Core Set 2021 Festival of Time. Even though it says Festival Flash Forward, I guess they'll settle on a name later because they haven't yet. They say, for those of you wishing to complete your collection of the Core Set 2021 Showcase card styles, the time is now. We kick off the Festival of Time on July 25th by looking ahead, taking a step into the future with our updated rotation-proof new player decks. They're going to dangle a bunch of card styles in front of our face and make us play with the new player decks, really? Oh my god. Then they just stick in something about Historic Singleton on August 8th. That's actually kind of fun. I mean, Historic Singleton is stupid. It's just Brawl without the commander. I prefer Artisan, Historic Artisan, which is commons and uncommons only. That is the true fair, fun, and balanced format, usually. It'll be a lot more so after rotation, let's put it that way. A lot of douchebags just played Gates. And then I've got some, honestly, fairly sad news. I found these kind of enjoyable. They're saying farewell to the workshops. You know, the ones where they have these crazy decks, crazy scenarios. Sometimes they don't even stick to the limit 4. It's like these wacky, just pre-done decks, and you get to play with something you'd never play with, and take a break from standard constructed or whatever the hell you managed to be playing. So they say when we introduced workshops back in February, let's just say that's not what they type, but I'm correcting on the fly because once again, they didn't proofread this and can't write. Our goal was to give players a small taste of a variety of formats with low barrier to entry. A lot has changed since then with the advent of Jumpstart, our continued support of F&M at home into the foreseeable future, and the always-on Brawl and Historic ranked queues. Workshops ended up sharing a lot of the same design space as other events and options in-game, with a much more limited availability. Yeah, nobody wants to play Historic because of Shrines and Gates. Nobody wants to play Brawl because of Kinnan, Liliana, Garruk, and Nissa. And nobody wants to play Standard Constructed because it's an absolute shitstorm. So I say keep the workshops, they say otherwise, so they're like, yeah, we're getting rid of it for now. Remember, it was a free event with free rewards, so there's now one less of those. So now we get to look in the future. They have coming soon in development and in concept. Coming soon is Jumpstart the Arena Open, and of course, unfortunately, Amonkhet Remastered, as if anybody wants to see that bullshit set, or I should say set of 2, the block, come back. I do not need the Scarab God back in my life. I thought he was dead. They should have left that bastard dead, and he's gonna really do a lot of damage to Historic, so that'll be fun. Also, Approach of the Second Sun still makes me throw up in my mouth every time I say it. People are already memeing hard all over the internet on Approach of the Second Sun and how people are just going to throw it into a Nexus deck and it'll be even more unbeatable and toxic. So anyway, in development, Rotation 2020. Yeah, you better hurry up. It's 3 months, guys. Less than 3 months. You better get that shit done. Playing on mobile, which will be the worst thing to happen to the player experience ever since the game came out, because you're going to get constant lag, disconnections, people getting their data cut off because they got a text or a phone call. There's going to be so many timeouts, misclicks, slow play. Mobile players are going to be the worst thing to happen in the game ever. Quite simply. They better add a filter where we can just not play against any of them. And then, of course, in development is Zendikar Rising, unsurprisingly. Then in concept, it just says Equestrian. I don't know what the hell that is. Better not be some more MLP bullshit. And then Historic Anthology 4. Yeah, because the first 3 weren't complete in utter cancer. Then we have the Playblade rework, which I don't remember what specifically they refer to as the Playblade. And then friend deck sharing. You know, anything that promotes net decking, I really think is probably not a great idea. I would just make them take this entire roadmap and rethink the whole thing if I was in charge, because it all kind of looks like shit. How about you work on a hurry up button? Because I'm sick of saying your go. I think people know what it means, but we need to like elevate it. Like maybe the third time you click it, it switches over to hurry up. And then the third time you click that, it switches to hurry the hell up, jackass, with an auditory prompt as well. So Amonkhet Remastered is going to absolutely ruin the game on August 13th. It's going to be combined into one set, and it's going to be 340 cards. So it won't even be all of them. Here's hoping they don't cut out filler, jank, and reprints, and they instead actually cut out toxic cards that everybody hated. So the next section is very confusing. They say, in development, Pioneer Masters Quarter 4. 1, that wasn't on the chart under in development, and 2, Pioneer isn't in Arena. Okay, so they say we've danced around with this one a little bit, so let's just come out and say it. The next Pioneer Focus set remaster will be a Pioneer Masters set. Like the Modern Masters tabletop product, this digital card set will be looking at the sets currently legal in Pioneer and pulling them together into a single set for both limited and constructed play. Okay, I feel like you're missing a sentence there, like, and we're going to add Pioneer to Arena. I guess that's implied, but since it's such a big announcement, maybe you should actually say it instead of leaving it vague. Anyway, they say players should expect our first, but likely not the last, Pioneer Masters set by the end of 2020. Great, Pioneer is a complete ass format right now, and they didn't ban inverters, so why would we want that? Historic is shit enough, why the hell would we want to play Pioneer on Arena? Why would anyone want to do that? And then in concept, I guess they're not going to tell us the first one, which is Equestrian. It says not much more to say beyond that we're also working on the upcoming standard sets. Okay. So what, after Zendikar, we're going to like Horseville? It's going to be horse themed? The Plain of Horses? I don't know. I've heard the term Equestrian before. I think it's a keyword for something, or it's like a nickname or a project name. I just don't remember and can't be bothered to check. And then Historic Anthology 4, where they're going to add more toxic shit like Maze's End and Shrines into the game, is early 2021. Great, I can't wait. They even have the balls to say Historic will continue to receive our love and support. Every single player of the game has hated every single Historic Anthology that you've released. So to sit there and say our love and support, f you, sincerely the entire community. So that's about it, except that there's going to be a big patch tomorrow that'll probably break a lot of your software installs. You have to install from scratch again, so watch for that. It's occurring tomorrow, and that's about it. So nothing too great in this one, honestly. I'm not really looking forward to half the crap they have planned, so wish I had better news, but whatever. Some of these are good, some of these aren't. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.